Hi everyone, and welcome to the first episode of my brand new channel. So I thought it would be important before I start going through this guide, what these videos, this series of videos, is going to be and what it isn't going to be. So first off, what it's going to be is a look at the Sesserdrix's all-in-one strategy guide, more specifically the solo hunting spots within that guide. So I'm going to be breaking the guide into chunks. So this first chunk is going to be 12 to 16, and then I think it's 16 to 20, and so on and so forth, until, we'll see how far I get on it. What it's not going to be is great gameplay. I'm not a very good player. I've been playing for years, but I'm still not very good. So if you're looking for tips and tricks on how to be the best necromancer you can be, this is probably not the channel for you. This is more just me having fun, trying to do a visual representation of what I thought was a fantastic guide. So that's what this channel is going to be, and I hope you guys enjoy it. This is my first time doing this sort of thing, so if you guys can please leave comments on things you liked, what you didn't like, what you think I can work on, maybe what you might want to see. I'm probably going to be sticking to the guide as far as camp locations, but who knows, maybe I'll throw in some places that I like to go to. But yeah, that's what this guide is going to be, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Welcome everyone to the first stop in the Sesserdrix's Necromancer Strategy Guide all-in-one thing. So right now we're in the Oasis of Marr, and the guide suggests that you hunt kind of the southern shores, so like the southeastern corner over there. Oh, and if you can see how messed up my graphics are. I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm missing textures or shadows are on too high. I don't know. So if anybody knows what's going on or has any idea how to fix it, that'd be greatly appreciated. Just leave me a comment or something. Anyway, right now I'm in front of the zone line to South Row. And like I was saying, that Sesserdrix, he recommends that you go kill the low health caimans over in the southern shore over here, but I just found that there's too many redcons over there. So what I've been doing is just killing like these tarantulas, which are white, these warriors, which are white, and it's really easy. So before we start, let's just go over the spells that we're going to be using. So I'll just go over them really quickly. We have Life Draw, which is our DD tap. Then we have Engulfing Darkness, which is our snare. And Heat Blood is our dot. Leech is a dot, but it's also a life tap. And Fear, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's short duration. Make the mobs run away from you. Convoke Shadow. That's supposed to be Poison Bolt. Poison Bolt is got a small direct damage, but it's also a dot. Dark Pact, which is our mana regen, and Gate. It's our oh shit button. So right now, let's go get a mob and show you how it should be done, hopefully, unless I mess up, which is highly likely. So here we go. We're going to just grab this Dune Tarantula. I'm not a big fan of the zone because you can see like line of sight problems. Anyways, so we're going to Engulfing Darkness. We're going to snare him first. And he's running towards us. Gonna hit him with Fear. Running away from us. Now put a dot on him and sit. And we wait. And I'm not sicking my pet on him yet. I'm going to wait until around 70%, because if you don't know, if you never played like a pet class, if your pet does 50% of the damage or more, then they take 50% of the XP. So right now, I'm just getting whomped on. and poisoned. Great. But that's okay. That's just how it goes sometimes. So this is what we're going to be doing for the foreseeable future is fear kiting, which is exactly what you saw. You snare them, you fear them, you dot them up, you sick your pet on them, and you just wait for them to die pretty much. Hey bud, go kill the tarantula. Go get him. Alright, now take care of the puma. Alright, so as I mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of the zone. There's just line of sight issues by the zone line, which is where I'm hunting. There's these roaming mods, like you can get ads, like you just saw. And there's also a sand giant that wanders around that can pretty much one-shot you, especially if you're like me and you have no gear right now. So there's a couple of drawbacks, but the great thing is that there's no contested mobs. There are so many mobs, and there's just, let's just do a who's here. Well, there's quite a few people, but you can see they're a lot higher level. They're not hunting here. Oh, maybe this shaman and monk. Maybe they are, but all these 40s and 50s are... No one's killing these mobs. Guess what I'm trying to say. So it's completely uncontested. I have whatever mob I need. So that's nice, and I get about 3% per kill, which is pretty decent. But it's not my favorite place. There's no loot to speak of, and I guess if you're a human necromancer or a dark elf, it's pretty close by to where you start out. But as you can see, I'm a Ixar, and I had to get a port here and then run through South Row right over here from the Druid Rings. So it's a little bit out of the way for me, but I just thought I would hit it because it's part of the guide. So yeah, this is the thing I'm going to be doing for a while. Maybe I'll check in if something interesting happens. But if not, this is the Oasis of Marr. Alright, so I thought I would actually go to the spot that Sesserdrix suggests. So you can see this red mob, yellow, crypt mummy, red. There is, I don't want to get aggroed here, a cayman right here, so I'm going to attempt to pull him without anybody else. So let's give it a shot. Okay, sure, okay. Snaring him, bringing him back a little bit, hopefully doesn't aggro anybody. Keep blood. Oh, I should have feared. Fear him. Alright, there we go. Keep Dark Pact on. So yeah, I realized I didn't actually tell you guys what Dark Pact did other than just mana regen. It's you sacrifice health regen for mana regen, so you get damaged a little bit. I kind of want you to get the experience. You get damaged a little bit and you get faster mana regen. That's the trade-off. But as an Ixar, which is the reason why you play an Ixar, is Ixars get a massive health regen. It's like double or triple what other races get. And there we go. Yeah. And we got Deepwater came in. So, with the Necromancer Lich, or the mana regen, I don't take any damage, but I get better regen. I just have to remember to keep the spell up. But, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to actually kill one of the guys that Sesserdrix recommends rather than the things I just ended up doing. But anyways, that's it. Hey guys, welcome back. So I thought I'd give this little section its own recording. So I'm heading to Misty Storyswapper and Guard Gregor, which is the second camp on the list. But since I had a little bit of money, I decided I was going to port. And as an Ixar, it's super important, and as a Necromancer in general, really, everybody hates you. So the quickest and closest port to the Misty Storyswapper camp is through Surefall Glade. You actually go into the town, and everyone there, especially to an Ixar, is KOS. They're going to just murder me. So if you're going to do that, before you pour it in, just be sure to get some sort of invis. I got a superior camouflage on right now. And then you're going to make your way through Kino's Hills to northern Karana. But I just want to give that, I think it's kind of important, and you don't want to forget. And usually a druid will know, or a wizard will know, that you need an invis, because Ixars are hated everywhere. But just in case they forget, you know that you need an invis if you're going to go this way. Alright, see you guys at the camp. Alright, so I am at the Misty Storyswapper camp, camp number 2. And just show you guys around the camp and what we're going to be doing here. So, to my knowledge, there's nobody in here. So in the guide, it mentions that there's this big wide open spot right here where you can pull Misty Storyswapper, she's a red to me right now, and guard Gregor. However, there is a wandering mob that comes around here, so the guide suggests that you pull one of them, whichever one you're going to kill, up this northern hill right here, and that's just what I'm going to do. So let me get into position, and I'll actually try to stay on top of this one. Okay, so we're going to Engulfing Darkness, get in range, and then we're going to Fear. Oh, he resisted my fear. That's not good. It's always exciting. Okay, I'll back up a bit. Let my pet take it. And this is why we play this game. Can't ever get a good pull in while I'm videoing. But you know what? That's just how it goes. Okay. So he's feared, he's dotted, and now I'm sitting like a noob. I do not have Dark Pact up. He's going to break fear here in a second, like right there. Hit him with fear again, and of course he resisted, and I don't have enough mana. Go get him. What's your name? Gohan? Goban. I was like, oh, Gohan, yes. But it was not to be. Okay. So he should be running now. Yeah, my pet is just going to suck up the experience on that one. But that's okay. That is, it is what it is. I just didn't want to die. How sad would that be? First pull and dead. Okay. So there's not really a loot on Gregor. But on Misty, she has a mandolin that sells for about a little over 1 plat, if I remember correctly. And at night, there is a merchant that's behind this building, the one that she's at. So during the day, what time is it right now? It is 6 a.m. game time. So I think it's between like 8 and 4 or something like that. There's a different merchant there who actually doesn't care who you are and will sell to you. So the plan is to just kill the guard for the experience, kill Misty, and sell her loot. And you get pretty decent plat. I mean, it's pretty good plat for this level. The guide also suggests that if you're level 12, like I am right now, almost level 13, but if you're level 12, to just, maybe it's safer to just stick with Guard Gregor. He spawns every 6 minutes, because as you saw earlier, Misty, she's still red to me. So even Gregor was giving me resist, so I can't even imagine what she would do to me. So that's pretty much the camp. You just, every 6 minutes, if you can, you kill both of these two, and you can just sit here until you're 16. So super easy camp, very AFK friendly. There's only that one pather that comes through, but if you're up this hill like I am, you won't even have to worry about that. So I will hit record again when I am 13 and going to kill Misty. Alright, until then. Hey everyone, just want to give a quick update on this camp now that I'm almost level 14. You can see I'm very close. So, let's just get into it. So I've been killing Misty Storyswapper here for a while, but let me clear this camp here. So we're going to get Guard Gregor first. So a couple things I discovered. You're going to want to pull the mobs all the way up the hill, because there's a merchant on the right that during the day, like I mentioned, she's unfriendly, and if your mob runs to her, she's going to help him out. And there's also a mob in the first building to my left here that if your mob goes into there, and they're just going to one-shot you. You won't have time to run, nothing. So that is a big thing. So you want to run all the way up here, so when they're snared, they don't have time to run to the other NPCs and just murder you. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm just going to do a couple of rounds of this at like a sped up pace, so you guys can kind of get a feel of the camp, what it looks like when you have like no gear, and you'll see me running around a bit and hopefully not dying. But anyways, I just wanted to give you that update. And that's pretty much it for this camp. Next up is the Aviaks in Ocean of Tears. See you there. Welcome to the Ocean of Tears Aviak camp. Alright, so I got here a little bit ago and I've killed a couple of these guys. So this camp is quite a bit like the Oasis camp, except it's much further out of the way, and there's a couple names here for some quests. So we got a mix of green, blue, yellow, and red mobs. So here's one of the named Saurian Bright Feather. So you're going to be going, I think this is number 3 on the Ocean of Tears map, and you get here by going on the boat from either Butcher Block or from Freeport, taking the boat and then jumping off at a certain point and just swimming here. And you know, I actually like this camp because okay, here we go. So here's a blue. Even though it's really out of the way, I don't think I've ever camped here. I've never done this spot, and it's actually kind of fun. The problem is there's a lot of wandering mobs, and some of them are red, so it's kind of hard to med. But as long as you keep your eye out, you should be fine. So yeah, let me just take this guy down. It's just your standard fear kiting thing. All mobs at this level, all camps at this level are very, very similar. The better thing about this camp than, say, the Oasis camp is these guys actually drop like almost a plat, which is pretty nice for this level. I think you're better off staying at the Misty Storyswapper camp, but, you know, like I said, if you've done that camp before, you don't want to go to Kearns, like you don't want to do Oasis because you've done it a million times, this place is actually kind of fun. So I would actually recommend it. And we'll just, oh, don't have enough for leech. That's okay. Do I have enough for heat blood? Yes, I do. A little bit overkill, not being very mana efficient, but that's okay. I'm probably not going to stay here that long because I do want to hit the sisters camp. But yeah, this camp is actually pretty fun. Like I said, I would recommend it. Let's go over here. Let's see how much loot. Type of weapon. I think they drop rusty weapons. Let's see. Yeah, rusty axe. See, he dropped like 6 gold, so like half a plat. So it's not bad. And there's also a merchant if you're coming in from the Freeport side. I think it's number 2 on the map. When I was over there, they were indifferent to Ixars. I didn't really explore, but I read on the wiki that there's an innkeeper there that will sell you food and water. So if you're running low on food and water and you're an Ixar or another hated race, like there's a place there. So I'll probably do a couple more kills here, probably get to about 50%, and then head out. But yeah, this place is actually pretty fun. Alright, I will see you guys at the Sisters camp in Lesser Faydark. Alright, so I'm back in the Ocean of Tears. I did a little more thinking. I just wanted to give a little update of what I might think is the best if you're hunting the Aviaks. So a couple things. One, the Aviaks and all the NPCs on that island are dubious or indifferent, so you don't have to worry about medding and somebody coming around and just killing you. And the other thing I was thinking, this island right here, it's number 2 on the map. It's probably best to bind here because here is the merchant that you can sell to. He's indifferent to me. So if he's indifferent to an Ixar Necromancer, so he's indifferent to everybody. So he's safe to come to and sell. So you should bind here and sell if you choose to hunt at the Aviaks. And then wait for the boat. And then get a little closer to the island and jump off and swim to the island. Because I just swam from the island to here and it took about 15 minutes of just swimming. So it's a pretty long swim. But anyways, yeah, I just want to give that little update. See you guys at the Sisters. So here I am in Steamfont Mountains, right next to Lesser Faydark. I'm about to start camping the Sisters. But just a little tip. At the Druid Rings at number 6 on the map. This druid at the Druid Rings will sell to anybody. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bind myself here so when my backpack gets full, I can just gate right here, sell, and then run back. So just wanted to let you guys in on that, but I'll see you at the camp. Welcome everybody to the Nybright Sisters camp in Lesser Faydark. Alright, so let's just give you a quick tour before we get into it. There are 4 mobs here. I'm level 14 and they con blue, so they're probably like 12 or 13. And the nice thing about this camp is that they drop bronze weapons. Pretty much everything else around this level range drops rusty weapons, and these guys drop bronze weapons, which sell anywhere between like 1 and 3 plat, which is really good for this level. So, and they're not too hard, but the thing you do have to worry about is that they are rogues. So although they have low HP, they can backstab if they have a piercing weapon, which this one does. So if you're running from them, that could be a problem because I think last night I was backstabbed for 76, which with only 223 health, that's a lot. So anyways, we'll just get started. So, Engulfing Darkness. So these guys are on number 14 on the map, and they're really far down towards the south near the Mistmoor zone line. Let's see, there we go. Back. So yeah, it's same fear kiting as usual. The benefit is the loot, and as you saw before, I bound myself at the Druid Ring so I could easily sell. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull these guys to the south so that, because there's a lot of wandering mobs around here, that if you pull them north, you're going to get ads, and they're not hard, but it's just annoying. So that's one sister down. Let me go. I'm encumbered, that's why I'm so slow. Don't have any weight reduction bags. That'll probably be one of the first things I get. So yeah, a bronze spear. Now, of the 4 mobs, you can pull 2 of them without getting any of the other ones. But these 2, the one right in front of me here and to the right, they all pull together. So I don't want to fear. Let's try that again. And we'll pull back. Oh, I should have. That was really dumb of me. I should have meted. But, oh well. I will just let my pet soak up some of the experience. And that's fine. Oh no, she's going. Okay, she changed direction. Okay. I only have 9 mana, so I don't have enough for another fear. So the sisters take about 60% of my mana, 50-60% of my mana. Here we go. Now she's gone. Okay. So this is pretty much the camp. I usually only do the 2 single pull sisters, because if you have enough mana, like if you have equipment, you could probably do all 4 no problem, but I just have nothing. So I can only stick to these 2. I've tried doing the double pull, and I can do it, but I have to have full mana, and then I have to sit and rest, and I'm completely out of mana, and I'm running around towards the end. So just for ease of mind, I just pull the 2 single pulls. And here, and if you do get in trouble, you can travel a little bit more west, and over this way, there is the Mistmoor zone line. So if you get in trouble and you're not encumbered like I am right now, you can run over here, dodge all of these Faydarks, because they will aggro you. Come up all the way over here, and hopefully I don't get aggroed. I don't think I will. Okay. Oh boy. Back. How many did you pull? Okay, 2. We can take that. Okay, so right here is the Mistmoor zone line. So if you get in trouble, you can just zone in there and then zone back out. But yeah, that's pretty much the camp. I'm probably going to head back to the Bard camp, to Misty Storyswapper. It's not as much money, but it's a lot easier. There's a merchant right there at night. I don't have to really worry about ads. And the experience is decent, so I don't know, it's just more my pace, but this is really good loot for this level, so you're gonna make a lot of money. The experience is pretty decent. It's about 2% per kill. It's pretty easy. The only thing I don't like is you can't AFK, really. So, anyways, that's the camp. So this will bring me to the end of the first leveling section of Sesserdrix's guide. I will give a summary at the end of, pros and cons of each camp and which one I think people should do. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so we're here at our first summary. So I'm just going to go through all the 4 camps that we hit in this guide and kind of give my thoughts on each one of them. So the first stop we went to was the Oasis of Marr. Now, I can't really recommend this spot. It's got to be convenient. It's got to be, you're a human, you're a dark elf, because there's just no loot. There's plenty of mobs, so you'll level pretty quickly. It's just, to me, it's just not the most fun area to be. The second place we went to was the Guard Gregor and Misty Storyswapper camp. For me, this was my favorite camp. You get decent experience. With no gear, I was able to kill one and then get full mana, kill another one, so there's never any danger. There's a merchant right there. If you're up on top of that hill and you pull the mobs all the way back, there's just no risk. It's actually pretty decent money with the 1.4 plat that you get off of Misty's Mandolin. It's just AFK friendly. That was my favorite spot of these 4 areas. The third spot was the Ocean of Tears. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very similar to Oasis of Marr. You're not going to get a whole lot of loot. There's just a lot of mobs. There's a good mix between levels 12 and 16. So you're going to get good experience. They all con dubious or indifferent to you, so there's just no risk of walking away from your keyboard, going to the bathroom and doing something else for a minute and then coming back and being dead. The only thing I would suggest is binding at the inn, which is number 2 on the map. And it was a fun spot. Like I said, I'd never been there. So if you're looking for something new, something different, money's not really an option for you, I would suggest there. It's pretty fun. And last but not least was the Nybright sisters camp in Lesser Faydark. That place is fantastic money. And if you even got a little bit of gear, you'll probably be able to hold down all 4 mobs. Like I mentioned, they dropped the bronze weapons. It's just a little bit too active for me. You gotta kind of be sitting at your keyboard because of the wandering mobs. So fantastic loot, great experience, but I personally would rather sit at the Bard camp for those levels. It's just more my pace. I can walk away, I can do something else, I can watch a movie and get involved in the movie and not have to keep my eyes on the screen the whole time. But it's up to you. So my personal ranking: Bard first, Nybright Sisters second, the Ocean of Tears surprisingly comes in at third, and Oasis of Marr only if it's convenient for you. So yeah, that'll about wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.